Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
I've actually brought three poems with me this evening. They are in fact a trilogy, and together they make more than 5 minutes. So we can just two of them if you prefer. Um, up to you, up to the audience. It's called Grace, and Grace is a girl I knew in my teens a long time ago. We share a long unpublished past, a few events punctuating, hardly staccato, quiet homage paid, neither knowing the other yearned for more, as it was, platonic ever absence. Fought to feed that need for love all hard hearts beat, with silent conversations, soft persuasions. I sometimes sit and wonder on these years, and from a mid-love perspective, I think back, forwards, over the times we dropped anchor in our souls. Never more than the time required to exult and then bewitch again before weighing chains and leaving vessel bodies bobbing on the sea. Back first then, to the start. Young teen birthday calico, brightest eyes I'd ever seen, soft lustered lips I did not kiss. You wondered if I would, and thought you might like it if I did. And that time you took a plaything boy, a gushy fortnight fling, I guessed. I sat the party out, ignored, and heard only my coward's rage inside. You sought my eyes and found them, saying my growing pain was over. Our bodies tried to join, confess, in random, grid reference, refuge-free places. I think you knew it far better than me that convention was bound to fail. What sort of siren, I asked you once. A rippled smile in answer. One night we met with friends. You announced, explained, shrugged off diabetes. Dampai had said you'd be bigger than before, but otherwise no crisis. Life went on. I watched your mouth, and midnight wrote to name it, Venus in the evening sky. That was the last time together, I exaggerate, 40 years ago. Despite your offer to entertain and thank me properly for my well-meant paper compliment, I never went. I swallow hard when that truth is told in quiet contemplation of your perfect grace. Thoughts put on by my sweet dalliance with my woman child who shares your name. And the second poem, jump 40 years forward. Grace meets Grace. She meets the poem. Grace last sat for an artist more than 40 years ago. Though she was unaware, and he too, as he fought, preoccupied to arrange his life that he might begin to understand it. She perhaps was of like mind, but never showed it, hence the name he gave her. She always looked the same, serene, voice of sunflower honey running through a walk, making it whole, making it sweet, and so sometimes to be recorded and stored safely in his head, waiting for passing thought to alight and insist, from curiosity, that it be opened. Grace. The words took form 4 or 5 years ago. He knew it was a letter, knew it was an honest call, back through the echoing halls and narrow corridors of a life, full to the top with this and that, which would one day reach its destination. Grace sentient. Last year he searched and found an artist, all so easy, until the right time came to say a few simple words which might be right, might generate a genuine interest in meeting, reading paper Grace. He kept them brief but soft, believing she one day should want to read her ghost. Hesitant, perhaps just a little frightened by the words, she would confront but snared by curiosity. She said she would take that leap and peep back like him through close to half a century and see if they travelled in parallel. She said his pen had never lied. And he nurtured those words until it seemed entirely right that he was ready to find Grace and invite her to meet. But he was beaten to it. She asked first whether it was appropriate, knowing there was only one faint illicit reply, and he duly supplied. And it was time, for she burned a widening hole in his poem pocket, his word purse. Grace, the piece, was not complete until agreed as truth, and thereby the better for work. As good as any that aimed to capture youth and give it a fair hearing and celebrate its passion. But Grace is of every age. She herself will say she will either stretch right back to those beginnings or find in her heart today, or someplace on the way, in the precise spot or moment, unimportant, she is in touch with her teens. Just flick a switch and play back her glory. Do you want the last one? Do you want to do the last one?
Well, that's about 5 minutes. Is it fairly short?
It's very short, 1 minute.
Okay, all right.
Grace meets the poet. How hard to find the right spoken words. Where should one sit to craft the best? How to bridge the gap between then and 64? You as I wanted to sing and hit all the notes that formed in quiet, shy corners of our minds. I thought of reading my poem, Grace, to you, as it always was for you, to lock away, tuck under a pillow, or shout about up to the heavens and echo back, to nest or rest upon a dressing table. I think we both agreed that there was sense in winkling out the pearls from pasts, rereading scribbles on your plaster cast, remembering tooth fairy nights, right through to the damp lush touch of deep green grass. To lie upon and view the blue, that to discard all was to deny the foundations of the walls, deprive the bricks of straw, and all for what? Is there embarrassment to avoid by slaying playthings, erasing early muses? It was a strange hour we spent, one hand in the firmament, the other busy making tea and toast, or of a Sunday perhaps a roast, myriad things which served to keep us at the coalface. But it did, I think, what it was meant to do, affirm the past, restart the machine that inside nurtures and preserves the whole, the start, the end, the full between. Then presenting them best to best effect, he said, keep fighting, what later lives would want and what they rightly might accept.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you